Hello students, my name is S.A. Gade and we are learning programming and problem solving subject. Today we will see the one simple assignment developed by using Python programming. Our today's assignment is on finding Armstrong number using Python. First of all, we will see the actual statement for Armstrong number to check whether input number is Armstrong number or not. And Armstrong number is an integer with 3 digits such that the sum of the cube of each digit is equal to the number itself. Let's see first what is the Armstrong number. See here the Armstrong number is equal to the sum of the cube of its own digit. If you see example in general language, then a positive integer is called an Armstrong number if order of n, that is AB, suppose our input digit is ABCD, then it will be A raised to n plus B raised to n plus C raised to n like this, and we will be add all these digits in single number. In case of an Armstrong number of digit 3, the sum of cube of each digit is equal to the number itself. For example, 153. Cube of first value 1 plus cube of second digit, that is 5 into 5 into 5, plus cube of your third digit is equal to 153. Now here cube of 1 is 1, cube of 5 is 125, and cube of 3 is 27. Now 125 plus 27 plus 1, it will become 153. If you consider another example, 407, in this case also cube of first digit, that is 4, 4 into 4 into 4, that is 64, cube of your second digit 0, it will become again 0, plus your cube of third digit 7, 7 into 7 into 7, that will become 343, 343 plus 64, it becomes 407. That means 407 is also, it is an Armstrong number. The Armstrong number is also known as a narcissistic number. To understand this example, we should have to knowledge about the Python programming, like Python programming concept or Python programming topic like if and else statement, that is a conditional statement or decision control statement. And we also know about statement, that is while loop. Okay, we will see that example in our PyCharm console. See here we have accepting the one value, enter the number. We will accept one value, that is 153. Okay, we will accept same value that we already discussed in our example, that is 153. That 153 will be accepted by this input function, and that input function we will convert using int function, because when input function will be accept any value that is already by default in string data type, so we have to convert it into digital value, that is a integer value. So we have used here the integer function, int function. That converted value will be stored in your variable n. Now in second instruction or in second command, we have assigned that your input value to a new temporary variable n1. Now here your n1 value become 153. In this case, we have taken another variable sum and we initialize that variable as a 0. Now in next instruction of our coding, we have taken a while loop or looping statement, and we are going to check whether input value is greater than 0. Now in step 1 or in first iteration of your while loop, your input value is 153, that is your input value is 153, so your n is greater than 0. Okay, so this condition is true, so you will be execute the next part of that is defined in your while loop. Now here in next instruction we have taken another r variable, and in that R variable we are calculating the modulus of your input value. So 153 mod 10, the answer is 3. Okay, modulus of 153 divided by 10 is 3. Modulus means remainder of calculation of this 153 divided by 10. In next step, we are finding the sum. Now here, see, we already taken sum as a 0. So here initially sum is 0. 0 is equal to 0 plus. Now here R means your calculated value, that is the value of variable that is calculated in your previous step. In previous step, value of R was the 3. So here 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. That 27 will be add your variable sum. Okay, your sum become 27. Now new value of your sum is 27. That I will be right here. Okay. After completion of this instruction, you will be execute next instruction in your while loop, and in that instruction you are going to calculate the value of n. You are modifying the value of n. In this step, your input value is divided by 10 and resultant calculation is converted using the int function. Now 153 divided by 10, it is 15.3. Okay, but due to this int function, your decimal point calculation will be neglected and only your value, that is whole number 50, will be considered for this calculation. Okay, 0.3 will be neglected here due to this int function. Okay, now see here your new value of n is 15. In previous step it was 153, now it become 50. Okay, in this way your first step is over, in first iteration is over in your while loop. In next iteration, that is your step 2, again you are going to check whether your input value is greater than 0. Now here your input value is 15 and 15 is greater than 0. Now again you are calculating the value of R. Here n mod 10. Now here n is 15 mod 10 is 5. Remainder is 5. Now in next iteration again you are going to calculate the sum of your variable. Previous value of sum is 27 and here new value you are going to calculate using the value of R. Here we have to calculate the cube of R with the 27 and addition of that value. Here 125 plus 27, that is 152. That 152 will be stored here where in your variable sum. Previously it was 27. Now new value become 152. Okay. Now you will going to execute next instruction in your while loop in iteration 2, and in that you are going to calculate input value divided by 10. Now your input value become 15 in previous some steps. That will be divided by 10 and that division is 1.5. Actually division is 1.5, but due to this integer function it will be convert as a whole number. That means your decimal 0.5 will be neglected here and only 1 will be taken as a variable n. Okay. In this way your second iteration of your while loop is over. Now you are going to calculate next iteration. Now in this instruction, see here we will make here changes. Your new value for n is 1. Okay. Now in step 3 or in next iteration of while loop, 1 is greater than 0. So again condition is true. So you will be executing again next part. Here value of R will be calculated n modulus 10. Now value of n is 1. 1 mod 10 is again 1. Remainder of this calculation is 1. So Next step, you are going to calculate the sum. Previous value of sum is 152. See here, previous value of sum is 152. That will be added with cube of your value of r. Now value of r is 1 and that cube of r is again 1. That will be added to your 152 and resultant addition will be stored here in sum. See here in this sum. Again that will become in step 3 as a 153. Okay. Again you are going to execute next instruction, and in that instruction we are dividing value of input value with the value of 10. Now here 1 divided by 10 value is the 0.1. Due to this int function, again your decimal point or decimal conversion will be neglected and only your 0 value will be taken as a input value for n. Okay, in this way your 3 iteration is completed here, and you will be going to check the next iteration for while loop. Now in fourth iteration of while loop, you will be check the, see here value of n is 0. Here in step 4, 0 is greater than 0. So here your while loop will be break because here condition is false. So you will not proceeding for further execution of instruction, and you will be terminate your while loop. And after completion of your termination of your while loop, you will be going to execute the next part after while loop, that is conditional statement. See here your value of sum is 153, and here we already take the value of n1 as an input value. Since we have taken input value 153, n1 is also 153, and that we are going to check whether value of sum and value of n1 is equal. If this value is equal, then this condition will be, or this print statement will be executed. If this condition or these two values are not equal, then this else part will be executed and you will be execute the number is not Armstrong number. Okay, we will going to execute this code. So I will be remove this comment before proceeding. I will take same example 153 and see number is Armstrong number. We will check this example using in debugging mode, that we can see the execution stepwise. Okay, see here our input value is 153. Next we are going to for next step. See here n1 is 153 because we are assigning input value to n1. Sum is 0 in first condition, in first step. 153 is, see here 153 is greater than 0, so you are executing next instruction. Now in this case, see here your value, actually this value is displayed here. You know your value of r is 3. See this part of your execution, value of r is 3. I already displayed here in comment. Now we are calculating the sum. Sum is 0 plus 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27. That 27 will be stored in your variable sum. Here the sum is considered here. Next we are calculating the value of n. Now here n divided by 10 and it becomes 15 because decimal after the decimal digit that will be neglected and your whole number will be taken due to this int function. See here in step 1 your value of n is 50. Now we are checking that 15 is greater than 0. Now condition is again true, so we will execute again while loop. Now here value of r become, here in previous value of r is 3. Now after executing this instruction, now r become 5. See the, here we are calculating sum now. Sum will be calculated 27 plus 5 into 5 into 5, that is 125, and 125 will be added to 27, that become 152. After execution of this step, your sum should be become 152. Okay, see your sum is 152. Now we are again modifying the input value. That will be calculated using 15 divided by 10, that will become 1. See here your value of n is 15. Now after execution of this statement, it becomes 1. Okay, see value of n is 1. In this way, two steps we already cover. Now we are going to execute third step. Here in third step, value of 1 is again greater than 0. So that is, condition is true. Now we are going to calculate the value of r. In previous condition or previous iteration, that value was 5. We will see what is that value of r in this iteration. See, value of r is 1. In previous iteration, our sum was 125. Now we are calculating the new sum with new value of variable r. Okay. Now it become 153. New value of sum is 153. And in next iteration, we are going to calculate the input value. Here, previous value of input is, that is n is 1, and 1 divided by 10. Okay. Here the actual value is 0.1. 1 divided by 10, that means 0.1. But due to here explicit conversion of typecasting, here due to this int function, your decimal point, after decimal point value, that will be neglected and your whole number will be considered, that is 0. 0 will be stored your variable n. See, this n will be modified now. Okay, your n become now here 0. Okay, in this way you have completed your 3 iteration of while loop. Now again you are going to check 4th iteration, that is your step 4. But here your value of input n is 0, so 0 is greater than 0. Your condition will be break here. Okay, when your condition will be break, you will be terminate your while loop and you will be going to check next instruction for your program. Now here in next instruction, you are checking whether your n1 value is equal to your value of sum. See here your n1 content 153 and sum content 153. So this condition of if loop is true. Therefore you will be execute this print statement. Number is Armstrong number, and that will be printed here. Okay. See the output, number is Armstrong number. In this way, we can find any number, whether that number is Armstrong number or not. We will take another example here. That is 407. That we already discussed in our PowerPoint presentation. Okay, 407 is Armstrong number. Suppose we will take another example, input example with 408. We have to check whether 408 is Armstrong number or not. See, number is not Armstrong number. Okay. In this way, we can calculate any number using this code, Python programming. And here we required here looping statement as well as conditional statement. Conditional statement means if and else, and looping statement means while loop. That was all about the today's session. In next Python coding session, we will meet with new problem statement. Till then, keep learning and be safe at home. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.